Hey guys, welcome back. I'm Sponge with Sponge's Tech Tips. Thanks for tuning into this tech tip video. It is a beautiful day in here in Washington. Look at that sunset. Working late tonight, and I figured I'd make a video before we lost all of our sunshine here. But it is beautiful. It was about I don't know, 75 today. It's the end of July. And it's a nice day. It's nice to be working in the evening like this. So, okay, today we are working on a 2017 Subaru Outback. Double check here. I looked at so many cars today. Yep, Subaru Outback. Let's double check the production date, just so we know that our production date is right. So if you look right here, we've got June 06, that's June of 2017. Right there. There you go. All right, guys. Before we get started here, do me a favor. If you like these videos, if these videos help you out and you want to see more on these same vehicles or different vehicles, the best thing you can do to help me out is to hit the subscribe button. And please like this video if this specific video helps you out. I always love comments, so feel free to leave comments. But if you subscribe, you'll get notified on the next video I pop up. You never know, it might be something that'll help you out. So on this 2017 Subaru Outback, you already see we've got some interior damage. The tech tip we're actually going to be doing here is on how to remove the center console. We're going to be replacing the center console. Here's our new one. Showed up in the mail today. It's a little dirty, but that's okay. This car is going to get actual new interior and then re-detailed. But the reason why we're doing the center console, I don't even know what happened to this thing. I mean, it honestly looks like the guy trapped some rats in here and they started chewing their way out. But it is like even way down. Nah, I'm just kidding about that. I think he had some sort of electronics shoved in here or something that didn't fit right, and it just gouged it up. He cut up the sides, probably to get to some wires to go through, but we just can't, we can't live with this. We can't sell it the way it is. So even though the outside looks pretty good, we're going to replace it with a new one. So let's go across to, or go over the tools you're going to need for this. We do have to keep the power turned on and the seats so we can move that driver's seat forward and back. But let me just go over some of the tools. A couple different Phillips head screwdrivers. A number, the big one, whatever that is. I always forget what that is. Number 1. This is number 2. Yeah, 1.5. What is this thing? 3. Okay, I'm sorry. I went the other way. So the big one's a number 3. You do need a number 2. I even have a number 1 in here just in case. So you need a couple different panel poppers. I got a brand new panel popper gifted to me today from the body guy over here. So I'm excited about that. I also got some new plastic interior trim panel. I've got my trusty tiny flathead, which I love to use for getting off little plastic covers. And then you need a ratchet and an extension. It doesn't have to be a super long one, but I have that. And you need a 10mm socket. So keep in mind the large Phillips head screwdriver and the 10mm socket and ratchet. Those, yeah, you're going to use both of those or one of those, either or. But the other ones you're going to need. So let's do this. Since we're back here already, we've got the driver's seat pulled forward. Let's attack these rear covers and the screws in the back here. Now I've already gone through and loosened these. First thing you're going to want to do, grab your small flat, I'm sorry, gosh, I always say that, pan head. I call them flatheads my whole life, but it's actually a pan head. What you're going to do is you're going to get in there and pop this out. There's one on both sides. This is where you're going to have a 10mm headed bolt that also has a Phillips head. Now, I've already loosened them, but if you want to break them free with your 10 mil, let's just for the sake of showing you, you know, if you try to break these free with the Phillips head screw, you have a tendency to strip them. So it's better just to get in there, pop that free. It's just tight in plastic, not a big deal. Then you can use your Phillips head to remove that. Okay, so I already loosened these considerably. I just threaded them in a couple times. Once it comes in here, I like to reach in, grab it with my fingertip. Now we're gonna go to the other side. We need our, actually we'll just walk around. It'll be easier to go to the other side. Here's our new interior. We're actually gonna be doing black interior instead of tan in this, which actually I think is gonna look really nice with the tan and black interior. So go over to your passenger side. You can see how filthy this thing is. It's stained. Looked like somebody wiped their greasy hands all over it. The good news for me is I can get it dirty now and it doesn't matter, but because it's going to end up hitting the garbage. Okay, again, so now we're on the passenger side behind the seat. We're going to use our pan head to pop that free. Again, you use your 10 millimeter socket and ratchet to break that loose. Then you use your large Phillips head to back it out once it gets to the outside. Oh, I dropped that one in. I let it go too far. Let's see if I can grab it. I got it. So worst case scenario, if it falls in, you're taking it off anyways, but I like to take it out and set it aside. So, okay, now we're gonna go up to the front. Let's put our seats back. And then we will go to the driver's side. Most of this work can be done from one side, but we do need to use your power seat if you have that. Slowly remove the, or not remove, but reverse that seat into the furthest back position. There we go. I better grab a couple of our tools here. So for the front here, you're going to need your Phillips heads, your smaller Phillips head screwdrivers, and your panel poppers. Okay. Now, this cover plate here and your shift knob are on top of the center console, so those have to come up. So the first thing you want to do, you can do it with your finger. I realize we have to get this shifter off, okay? And you're going to use your fingertip, kind of pop this down. If you can't get it, use your little panel popper, and that pops down. There we go. Spin it around, and you'll see this little metal clip right here, okay? And what you're going to want to do, you can use almost anything small, even a little pick, but you can use that same panel popper. You want to slide that out a bit. You don't have to take it off all the way. Just slide it out a little bit, like so. Sorry, my camera dipped down. Pop it out just a little bit, and then this whole thing will slide right up, okay? Make sure not to lose that little clip. If you lose that clip, you're going to be in trouble. You can kind of see if the camera will focus on it. There it is right there. It's almost like the old window handle clip. You know, when you used to have a roll down window, it'd have that clip on it. Some door handles have that too. Okay, set that aside. Let's take our little cover off, set that with it. Okay, next thing you're going to want to do. You've got two pieces here and here on the outside of this cover pocket, which ours appears to be broken. I didn't know that. Okay, we may have to address that later. But now you don't need a tool for this. You can just use your hands. You want to kind of grab it, pop it towards you. It has two white plastic clips that hold it in here and here. Set that aside. We're going to do the same to the other side. There's your two clips. It's very easy. Okay, next thing you want to do, you can leave it if you want, but there's a rubber mat inside this tray. Use your little plastic panel popper and your trim panel popper, and you can pull this up and you can get that out of the way. Now you can leave that in and it'll come out with it, but I find it easier just to get it out of the way so we're not having to look at it too much. Okay, now the next thing, this piece here with your cup holders and everything in it, it all comes up. It does have some plugs underneath this panel. It's actually screwed to a second piece here from the bottom. So this piece has to come up with it, okay? This is a little tight. I tried a couple different ways, and I hate to say it, but I found the heavier duty metal panel popper is the best for this. But you're going to want to get up underneath this and pop it upwards, okay? You can see it kind of popped up, okay? We'll do the same thing to this side. Try to keep the camera pointed so you guys can see it. So these are really in there hard. There it goes. Okay. All right. Once those front ones pop off, you're just going to kind of follow it back to the back, and this piece will then pop off and go over, okay? Now, I already disconnected these. Look, this one already came out. These were a little difficult, but you have 3 plugs underneath. 1, 2, and there's a third one back here. They've got these little tabs that you push in, and then you separate it. Same thing for these. I already did it because they were so difficult. Okay, so once you get those 3 plugs removed, you can pull this off. So I think mine were really difficult because this thing is just riddled with spilled coffee or soda or something. It's pretty disgusting, to be honest with you. But mine were a little tough to get out. Look at how filthy this thing is. Gross. Okay, next thing, you're going to grab one of your Phillips head screwdrivers. You've got 2 screws. 1, 2. And you are going to back those out. Now, I already loosened them one time, so they weren't super tight. You may have to put a little bit more force on yours, but then they'll thread up pretty easy. There's nothing in your way. Here's the second one. Okay, set those aside so you don't lose them. Normally, I like to set them in the cup holder so I don't lose them, but I'm taking the cup holder out, so it doesn't work here. All right, next thing you're going to do from this point, you're going to kind of back up out of the car a little bit. You're going to reach in, and you're going to pop this in the upward position. Okay, there's like a little clip there, and it's completely loose. You do have a couple plugs down here, and a little blue... Let's see if we can... Nope, just one plug there, okay? Sorry. I thought it was 2, but just one plug right there. Same thing, you push the little tab that releases it, and at this point, your console is now completely able to be removed. And we will take that out of the car and get it out of our way. And that's it, guys. Pretty simple. You're probably going to use this process if you need to get at your shifter here for replacement or repair. If you're doing a center console replacement like I'm doing. I'm not sure what this is. Yellow plugs probably has something to do with the safety restraint system. But yeah, so if you need to get into this area, and then obviously if you need to continue and head up into the dash for anything else, you may have to remove this. Obviously, if you're trying to take your carpet out or anything like that, you're going to have to pop this off also. So, all right, guys, that's it for this tech tip. I hope this helped you get it easy. I appreciate you guys watching. Again, if you think this helped you out and you want to see some more videos in the future, please subscribe to the channel. It's free for you to do, and it'll just help me out. If you like this video, please hit the like button. And if you have any comments, I'd love to read your comments. So let me know if this helped you out or not. And also let me know if there's anything else you'd like to see. All right, guys, thanks for watching.